In the 14th century, Europe was burning with fear. Villages whispered of witches who poisoned wells, cursed harvests, and brought plagues. In towns, mobs searched for women to blame. Fires rose in public squares, where accused witches screamed as flames swallowed them. But this fear did not stop at peasants. Even the crowns of queens could not protect them. And among the darkest stories of that age was the tale of a queen who was accused by her own people of witchcraft and burned alive. Her name was Giovanna of Naples, a woman born into privilege, crowned with jewels, yet remembered with ashes. Giovanna was crowned Queen of Naples in 1343. She was young, beautiful, and ambitious. The people expected her to be a symbol of stability in a kingdom torn by enemies. But instead, her life became a storm of scandals. Only 2 years after becoming queen, her husband, Andrew of Hungary, was brutally murdered. He was strangled in the night while Giovanna slept in the next room. Whispers spread instantly. The queen herself had arranged his death. In the eyes of her people, she was no longer a wife mourning her husband. She was a woman who used poison and dark magic to rid herself of a king. The rumor grew stronger with every passing year. When Giovanna remarried, tongues wagged again. Her new husband was young and handsome, and the court claimed she had bewitched him. The mid-14th century was a time when women in power were always viewed with suspicion. But Giovanna was more than suspicious, she was hated. Chroniclers described her as lustful, dangerous, and possessed by the devil. Priests preached that she had betrayed her husband and used witchcraft to hold her throne. The word witch followed her like a shadow. In 1381, her enemies struck. Charles of Durazzo, backed by the King of Hungary, invaded Naples. Giovanna was captured in her own castle. She was no longer treated as a queen. She was dragged from her throne, accused of murder, lust, and sorcery. The trial was a mockery. Witnesses claimed she had danced in secret rituals, used potions, and called on spirits to keep power. No evidence was needed. Her reputation had already condemned her. The sentence was death. Her people gathered in horror and fascination as their queen, once dressed in silk and jewels, was brought out in chains. She was tied to a wooden stake. The same courtyards where she once ruled now became her prison. As the flames rose, the crown of gold was replaced by a crown of fire. Chroniclers wrote that her cries echoed through Naples as smoke rose to the sky. Some said she cursed her enemies with her final breath. Others claim she stood silent, proud, refusing to bow even as the fire consumed her. What is certain is that the people of Naples watched their queen die in a blaze, believing they had destroyed a witch. But history is rarely simple. Was Giovanna truly guilty of her husband's murder? Did she really practice dark arts? Or was she simply a woman in power at a time when powerful women were always called witches? For centuries after, her story became legend. Plays and poems painted her as a sorceress, a temptress, a queen who made pacts with demons. Yet modern historians see her differently, not as a witch, but as a victim of politics, a woman who ruled in a world of men and who paid for it with her life. Her ashes were scattered, but her name lived on in whispers. In Naples, they still say the ghost of the queen wanders the ruins of her palace, her burned hands reaching for the crown stolen from her. This story reminds us that behind every golden throne, there is also fire. The same people who raise a queen to glory can drag her down to flames. Witchcraft was often just a mask, a word used to cover fear, envy, and hatred. Giovanna's true crime may have been nothing more than being a woman who refused to be silent. Even today, when tourists walk through Naples and admire its cathedrals and castles, few remember the queen who died in fire. Few remember that the stones they walk on once reflected the light of flames rising around a royal figure. Her memory is not carved in marble or painted in gold. It is carved in ashes. The story of the queen burned as a witch is one of history's most haunting reminders. Power is fragile, and crowns can turn to cinders in a single night. If you found this story powerful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with your friends, and leave your comments below. In our next video, we will uncover another forgotten royal secret that history tried to hide.